All right. So imagine that you go out with your friends. This is pre-COVID times, right? You have a glass of wine, you have a beer, and then before you end the night, you're feeling good, you decide to take a shot. You wake up the next morning and somebody asks you, which one of those got you drunk last night? What's your answer? Can you tell me? I'm waiting. All right. If this is your first time to my channel, my name's Joe, and cheers. In the spirit of that joke, I'm actually going to down this. That is lemony. A lot of ginger, a lot of lemon. Whew. All right. So this channel is all about helping you start and grow your digital marketing career. And today I'm going to be talking about the biggest change that the iOS 14 update will have on your Facebook ads, and why it's probably going to make some of your clients want to pause their marketing and why they shouldn't, and why you can actually use this to your advantage. So today I'm going to be talking about what I just said is like that wine drink or the wine beer shot example. And that basically illustrates what is called attribution windows. That's looking at attribution on ads. If you've never heard this term before, it's basically the time it takes for somebody to buy something from your website or take an action on your website after they've seen your ad. Now, by default, the attribution window is a 28-day click, 1-day view, and we're going to talk about Facebook specifically in this video. So 28-day click, 1-day view. What the iOS 14 update is going to be doing is changing that to a 7-day click. Now, at first, it's going to be 7-day click, 1-day view, but then once Apple starts to enforce their policy, it's going to be just a 7-day click. Meaning that if it used to be where people would see an ad and within 28 days of clicking it or 1 day of viewing it and they bought something, that would get counted for Facebook, attributing to that purchase. Now it's just going to be only if they click the ad within 7 days are they going to get counted as Facebook helped make that purchase. Which means if somebody bought outside of that 7-day window of clicking, say they clicked an ad, and then 5 days later they went to search because they thought about something, and then they opted into email there, and then 5 days later they bought something because the email sent them an email and that reminded them, that is going to go to email because that was 10 days later, and the attribution window is only 7 days of clicking now. And so this is going to make results look really bad, really, really bad in some cases. And why it does that is because sometimes accounts that I've seen when I've done audits don't actually exclude existing customers. So what ends up happening is a lot of past customers are in there. Also, some businesses just have a longer purchase cycle. So, it's either because of bad exclusions, which I know on all the accounts I run, we make sure to exclude everything. We pull in that Klaviyo list or Shopify list or MailChimp list, and we exclude everybody from prospecting to remarketing. Only place we include them is actually loyalty, because that's where we want those people to see more ads. But we do a really great job of excluding, but still, sometimes people take more than, that 7-day window to purchase, and that just won't be able to be tracked through Facebook ads anymore like it used to be. So what I recommend you doing is leaning into this conversation with your clients, having time to, let them know, here's what we're seeing. Create a roadmap and break down, here's what we're seeing overall, and here's what we recommend doing moving forward. That's going to be helpful in navigating that conversation, showing them, say, last month's, you can do last month's or look at like December, or you can look at like last 90 days and do a breakdown that way and say, okay, here's what 7-day click would have been. Here's what 28-day click, 1-day view was, and then what we reported on. You can see the difference here. If it's a 50% decrease, now we know moving forward, if say we needed to hit certain target, we know to increase that by 50% to look at like that's what it would have been if we had the old attribution window, because 28-day click, 1-day view is completely going away. You won't even be able to pull it up anymore. Clients have been confused when we've talked about that recently, and I just wanted to explain that to you. It will not be available once the new window is enforced. Currently, they're starting to have both, but there will be a time where it's just gone, and it'll just be the new normal of a 7-day click. So the best thing is to lean into this conversation with your clients, let them know, hey, Facebook is still one of the best channels to grow your brand on, especially especially when it comes to e-commerce and lead gen, and explaining them that it's just going to be a different way that we keep score now. It's just going to be different on how we look at metrics. And like I said, the best thing to do now is just to compare the 28-day click, 1-day view versus 7-day click, help them understand the percentage change, then use this new percentage change to understand what your new target in channel should be, meaning inside of Facebook ads. So hopefully this video was helpful. I try to get right to the point. I try to keep it crisp and clean so that you can start and grow your digital marketing career. And good luck to those conversations. I'd love to know how they go. Let us know in the comments below. Now it's it's kind of awkward, right? It's your turn to subscribe or, click one of these. And I'll see you guys in the next video. All right, click them, or one of them. All right, later.